My name is Jackie Miller. I'm the principal of Charles England Elementary School in Lexington, North Carolina. I have been an administrator for over 20 years. I became interested in the Comer process when I became a principal for the very first time. The school that I became the principal of, I was the fourth principal in 4 years. Disciplinary referrals were relatively very high, and as a school, we knew we needed to do something. Our scores were not very good, didn't go very well either. So we actually were able to work through a grant process in order to get some funding. We looked at different models, and our staff decided that this was the model we wanted to go with. So that's how that started. We were actually able to go to some training sessions prior to actually coming to Yale, coming locally, but then the best part of being able to be a part of this initiative back then was we had money. And so we actually were able to eventually send almost our entire teaching staff to Yale and actually have training. And of course that built relationships and all kinds of things that happened through that part. And it just gave us a focus of what we need to do for our children. We do serve high needs, high poverty students. We're in a very small local community where textiles and furniture used to be the industry, but that has since gone. So not a lot of places to work, so it causes a lot of poverty and a lot of distress in families. And so helping us all have a mindset of taking care of our students and really building those relationships. Since then, I've been a principal of 3 different schools within that same system and have found it useful no matter what school I'm at. And realizing that it's a universal language that every school needs. Everybody needs to be concerned with the child development piece of children. They also need to be concerned with the relationships with their children and their staff and their communities, and everybody working together to help those kids. So I feel like that's really been the most important thing that's happened through this whole process. And I've seen it work, and I've been in the system so long now, I'm actually having parents that were my students at my first school, and they talked to me about what they used to do when they were at the other school, and talked about how much everybody cared about them, and they know their child's going to be okay because some of those same teachers are still in the building we're in now. And I just think that says volumes for our teachers to show our community that they truly care about their kids and they stay. You know, we do have a lot of high turnover in our school system, but those who have stayed still have those same model. They still follow that same model, and they still make sure the kids are taken care of. Other than my Savior, Jesus Christ, I think Comer probably is the second most important part in my life, because just to help you know how to work with people, see through processes, see through people, see how important those relationships are, and to really get deep into where people are. A lot of times you may find out that they're disgruntled or there's a problem, but there's something else going on. And just taking the time to get to know them a little more, just smile and say, have a good day, even if maybe they weren't as cordial as you might have thought they could have been in customer service. That's really made a difference, you know, in my life. I also have used it through my Girl Scout work, my church work, that process. And it's helped me organize and be able to do multiple things and help folks in different ways. It is just a common sense approach to life, and it's a way to live so that you concern yourself with your community, your work, your home. And I feel like if the world could see that and understand how to do that, the world would be in a lot better place than it is right now, because people would understand we may all be different, but we all are human beings. And I think that's what it helps do.